Sampling has become a commonly used method among musicians for many years now. It has also been quite beneficial in many ways. However, today I asked the question, does sampling impair your ability as a musician? It is only natural to address the benefits before understanding the negatives of sampling. One of the major advantages of sampling is that it basically gives musicians something to work with. Also, I've noticed that a lot of beat-making contests have some of their competitions make contestants sample certain songs simply to help them get out of their comfort zones a little bit and try making different genres of music. In many cases, this method has assisted musicians in expanding on the genres of music they make. As for musicians in the midst of running out of ideas, sampling would be able to help them come up with some fresh ideas for their music. This was ironically the case with me that time I sampled the voice of the Dragon Ball Z character Vegeta in one of my beats. So I can personally say that sampling can sometimes help a musician make improvements to their style of music. Now that we've covered one of the main advantages of sampling, it's about time that we touch on some of the negatives. One of the following that technically leads into all of the others is the lack of original music. Sampling promotes using a fraction of someone else's song and modifying it enough to use in your own. Now, as I explained before, this is a good way to help musicians improve and make adjustments to their style of making music. So from time to time, this is not only a good thing, but it's also encouraged. The problem is that some musicians get so comfortable with sampling people's music that they forget to be original. This is a problem on multiple levels. Have you ever heard songs from different musicians that somehow sound the same in some way or fashion? It is a clear result of musicians sampling other musicians' work, or at the very least took some sort of inspiration from others. Now, I do understand the saying that basically explains that everything that is made now has been done before, implying that nothing is an original idea because most ideas have been tried before, and any idea today is an unintentional copy. Now, although I don't completely agree with this theory, it's an interesting thought, but that in itself is a topic for another day. My main point is that as years go by, musicians are slowly losing originality, and I believe that this is because of how popular sampling has become and people unintentionally being inspired by other people's music. What can we as musicians do to break this cycle? Well, it's quite simple really. If you are the type of musician that samples a lot, or a musician that listens to the radio or other people's music to get your inspiration and things of that nature, try taking a brief break from sampling or getting inspiration from others if you can, and go back to your roots and reawaken that true musician that sleeps within you. What about you? What is your opinion on this? Do you think that sampling does impair a musician's ability, or do you feel something different? Feel free to leave your comment below. And as I always say, if you like this video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you did not like this video, feel free to dislike this video. That way I can know what I need to work on in terms of quality. This is TracerMay21, and thank you for watching.